It's $19.90 and 3-carat 3-stone rings $49.90. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Exchange Egan.
Kick off the new year with 30% off your entire project. This includes entry doors, patio doors, windows, siding, baths, and showers. All with 30% off everything. Plus, get no interest for 18 months. And with every free estimate, Window Concepts will give you a $50 Target gift card.
Call Window Concepts at 866-800-8274 or log on to windowconceptsmn.com.
Save every day with Perks prices at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, H Perks price $1.99. Chiquita bananas, H Perks price 39 cents a pound. And Mrs. Grimes beans, H Perks price only 99 cents. Sign up for Hy-Vee Perks today.
Now here at 6:30, a violent start to the new year with multiple shooting victims in the Twin Cities, including 2 children.
There's a real sense lately that people don't really care about anyone but themselves.
What we're learning about the cases in Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Plus, sentencing today for a man charged in connection to a deadly shooting of a 17-year-old.
This isn't supposed to happen to anybody, let alone a kid.
We'll bring you the latest details in this case.
Concerns from St. Paul city leaders after copper wire thieves move on to larger targets, putting your safety at risk. Why the city says the crime doesn't really pay off.
And it's time for all those New Year's resolutions.
It's a good year for renewal, for restoration.
The goals Minnesotans are setting for themselves this year. Those stories and more right now on 5 Eyewitness News.
First here at 6:30, our goal is always to start you off with the weather and traffic, and we'll continue that in 2024, we can assure you. Hannah and Ken here talking this morning, and anything, roads work?
It's
some issues right away. But,
yes,
yeah.
That's cleared. It's quiet out there. We're talking about resolutions. Expect heavy traffic around gyms. Then, you kind of see that parking lot start to fade in February, March, but that won't happen to us this year. No, 2024 is our year, right?
Right. Weather's not going to be an issue today or any day this week. We're not going to have any storms. I know that comes as bad news for a lot of you who want the snow to play in, who depend on the snow to make a living. I don't see much in the forecast. Could be a flurry tonight, a little light snow this weekend, but the major storm track will stay to the south. It looks like right now for the weekend, we'll say a little light snow. That's a peek ahead. Again, accumulations will be minimal. We'll talk more about that coming up, but in the not too distant future, in fact, currently, it's mild again. 26 in Minneapolis, 26 in St. Paul, all over the state, north, south, east, and west. It's in the 20s to near 30 in a few spots that should be down near 0 at this time of the year. Twin Cities should be at about 10 or 11. It's not. It's just the way it's been all winter and fall. Warmer than normal. 26 right now, 34 this afternoon. Clouds are going to increase. There could be a few sunny breaks this afternoon, but the only sun really will be this morning, quickly followed by clouds. No real big deal, just a few flurries tonight. No issues on the roads. We'll talk more about that weekend forecast and a little snow coming up. Hannah has the traffic right now, though. What's going on?
Not a lot, Ken. No crashes to report. We're starting to see some more traffic out there, though. Kiddos going back to school, maybe some folks going back to work, going back into the office today. And you can start to see that here along 494 at 35W in Bloomington. The airport's looking clear. Those roadways are looking good. Flights, last time I checked, 0 outbound delays, 0 outbound cancellations out of MSP. And the good news around here is that 35W southbound ramp to 494 westbound is now open. That opened we're in January now. That opened back in November, and that's really helped with traffic flow in this area. Here's the big map, seeing a lot of green out there. Again, no major delays. I'll take you out west coming up at 6:45. Chris and Megan, over to you.
Thank you. New this morning, we are working to learn more about a police investigation in St. Paul overnight. Our 5 Eyewitness News photographer was on scene around 2 o'clock this morning. This is right off Jessamine Avenue East between Earl and Cypress Streets. We will be sure to bring you updates here on air and online as soon as we get them. Well, after the first day of the new year, police are already investigating multiple shootings.
This is video from 4 different scenes. Children were shot in 2 of these locations. Bailey Hurley is live in St. Paul with more on the injuries to an 11-year-old in Minneapolis and a 10-year-old in St. Paul. Bailey.
Chris, St. Paul Police put it best, this is not how anybody wants to start the new year. Now, those two shootings involving those two young kids, one of them happened shortly before the ball dropped, the other happening just right after that ball dropped. The first call coming in Frogtown, that's where police say a 10-year-old boy was struck in the stomach by stray bullets that were shot outside of the home. Police saying that the shooting is being investigated as a targeted incident. The good news, though, this morning, Megan and Chris, police say that young boy is expected to survive. Now then, in Minneapolis, on the city's north side, police say an 11-year-old girl was also struck by stray bullets that went through a bedroom window. Thankfully, though, police say she is expected to survive as well. Now, about 1:30 on New Year's morning, officers were called to the Hamlin Midway neighborhood. That's where police say a man was shot and died shortly after being rushed to the hospital.
I've been around 29 years now, and obviously we've had our share of incidents on New Year's Day. I just don't remember a situation similar to this or so soon after the first of the year. In my experience, I believe it's pretty rare.
Okay, so far no arrests have been announced in any of the shootings in either city. Investigators asking if you have any information to call them right away. Live this morning in St. Paul, Bailey Hurley, 5 Eyewitness News.
Bailey, thank you. Folks, we have some new video here this morning at 6:35 that we wanted to show you. This is of a plane that caught fire on the runway of Tokyo's Haneda Airport. Now, local TV there showed a large burst of fire erupt from the side of the Japan Airlines plane as it taxied on a runway. It's believed that all passengers on board have been accounted for, got out safely, about 380 people or so, but Japan's Coast Guard says that 5 crew members are missing. Now, it's not exactly clear what happened here. It's not exactly clear if there are injuries. Haneda, of course, is one of the busiest airports, if not the busiest airport in Japan. So we'll continue to monitor that for you this morning. Happening today, sentencing for the man who pleaded guilty in the deadly shooting of a 17-year-old.
So the murder happened in Plymouth in a parking lot back in 2022 where the victim was meeting the suspect to buy a pair of shoes. Kelsey Christensen is live at the Hennepin County Courthouse ahead of today's sentencing with more on the case. Kelsey.
Yeah, he is expected to get 23 years behind bars. That is according to a plea deal that he took back in November of this year. Now, 20-year-old Augustus Sirleaf pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. Court documents say 17-year-old Yassine Johnson and a friend met up with Sirleaf and a man named Hans Madam to buy an expensive pair of shoes. That was back in 2022. The witness told law enforcement the two men got in the car where Johnson took a look at one of the shoes. He decided he liked them, so he paid for them. But then Sirleaf told Johnson to give him the shoe back. Johnson resisted, and that's when Sirleaf shot him twice in the head. Loved ones described Johnson as funny, friendly, and understanding, and it's a case that hit the Plymouth Police Department very deeply. Listen.
This isn't supposed to happen to anybody, let alone a kid.
Now, Sirleaf is set to be sentenced here in downtown Minneapolis at 11 o'clock here this morning. Madav also took a plea deal in November. His sentencing is set for next Friday. Live in downtown Minneapolis, Kelsey Christensen, 5 Eyewitness News.
Kelsey, thank you. It's about 6:38 here. We're at 28 degrees, 26 degrees actually, on the second day of January. Today, Minnesota's first Somali American mayor will be sworn into office. Winning in all but one of St. Louis Park's 12 precincts, Nadia Mohammed also became the city's first black mayor last fall. She has served on the city council since 2019. She takes the oath of office tonight at 6:30.
The traffic signals are working again near Como Zoo after thieves targeted the stoplights.
Yeah, the signals had gone dark near St. Paul's busiest park after being busted open a few weeks ago by some pretty bold crooks. Matt Belanger is joining us in the newsroom now with more. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Megan. Hi, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Get this. Officials say it's a crime that's not really paying off. St. Paul Parks Director Andy Rodriguez says the thieves, they're hoping to find and cash in on copper wire in there. But much like that they've done with the thousands of city streetlights over the past couple of years, they're breaking in these things, making a big mess. Well, now they're turning to the phone equipment. And, as you just said, the stoplights in town. But instead of finding very valuable copper wire after they tear things up, they're just finding fiber optics. It's not really worth a lot. Officials do say, though, this is a huge public safety concern.
Okay, now we're getting into some additional core city infrastructure that has potential traffic implications and other things that we need to really be thinking about this differently.
Nearly 2 weeks ago now, 64-year-old Stephen Wirtz and his dog, they were hit and killed by a driver walking in a St. Paul intersection. It was Christmas Eve. The street light was out right there at the intersection of Maryland Avenue West and Park Street. And since that deadly crash, we have confirmed Ramsey County officials overseeing a construction project here knew for months about the copper wire theft that led to that light being out and leaving the area dark. Well, the street light there is now repaired, but for Wirtz's family members, they say it's just too late.
If they would have had that on that night, even with the rain, they would have seen them. It just was so bright.
As we have reported, these repairs are a huge expense for the city of St. Paul. Also in Minneapolis, for cities everywhere, really, traffic signal repairs alone are going to cost taxpayers almost $170,000 in St. Paul. That was the bill from just last year, guys. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, thanks, Matt. 6:40 is the time, 26 degrees. Our mild weather is impacting all sorts of traditional winter activities across the state. The Gunflint Mail Run along the North Shore in Grand Marais was originally scheduled for January 6th. It has now been pushed to February 10th. The 65-mile, 10-dog race needs more snow. The race's board of directors decided to postpone in hopes that Mother Nature will bring them what they need. Not really in the foreseeable future, but it's colder out.
Yeah, it's going to get a little colder, and then it's going to warm up again. And yes, there was a little bit of snow in the forecast. More on that coming up. 26 right now. This is the average for this time of year. 24 in the afternoon. Today's going to be 34. And 11 in the morning. It's already 26. Sound familiar? It's the way the whole winter's been, except for a few days. Getting cloudier as the day goes on. The clouds will increase. Could be a flurry tonight. We'll talk more about the weekend, which does include a little bit of snow coming up.
Well, Ken, New Year's Eve proved to be a busy night for State Patrol. Still ahead, we're going to show you how many people were pulled over across the state.
And it's gnome hunting season?
There's a season for hunting gnomes?
Yeah, apparently. Where you can bring the whole family to search for hidden garden gnomes this month. You're watching 5 Eyewitness News.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus a great selection in stock, ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Save big money and check out the Woodland collection today. This Woodland sofa is just $549.99. Hurry in, these deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards.
When you hear the words, "You have cancer," choose the Twin Cities' largest and most experienced cancer and blood disorder treatment provider. We offer a full circle of care delivered in 12 close-to-home locations. Your care, your choice. Choose Minnesota Oncology.
I lost 46 pounds.
I lost 30 pounds.
I lost 20 pounds. I love it. I can wear clothes that I'm not hiding behind anymore.
I've told many of my friends and family coworkers about Livia because I just want them to feel as good as I feel.
Especially with my girls, I want them to see their mom having a healthy lifestyle.
It is so worth it.
New year, choose you. Join Livia now and receive 3 months free. Weight loss medications are now available. Visit livia.com.
Here's some great news for Minnesota high school seniors. If you plan to study science, technology, engineering, math, or a trade, we have scholarships for you. Each year, New Range Copper Nickel awards Mining for Excellence scholarships to high school seniors pursuing a degree or trade program. Apply yourself or recommend a student at miningforexcellence.com. Mining for Excellence scholarships are sponsored by New Range Copper Nickel, bringing safe, responsible, and respectful mineral mining and exciting career opportunities to northern Minnesota.
If your kitchen needs a makeover, then get ready to restyle with Rusco Kitchen Remodelers. We transform your old, tired kitchen to a beautiful, updated, more usable space, typically in less than 3 days, with new doors, drawers, fixtures, and countertops. And now we have one of the best offers ever, interest-free financing and 25% off your entire project. Make your appointment today and get a free $50 home goods gift card. It's our way of saying, thanks, Minnesota.
If you want to know what it's like to be me, just close your eyes. I lost my vision when I was 22. You have to have really good mobility skills to use the white cane. There's cracks in the sidewalk. I can't see the black ice. I have broken bones just trying to get to my bus stop. I cannot tell you how much Uber has given me my independence back. My phone will read out how far away the driver is. I listen for cars to stop. I can get anywhere in the city I want to. Uber has opened so many doors.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's now 6:44. Final numbers show a spike in drunk driving arrests in the last year. According to the Department of Public Safety, there were 27,197 DWI arrests in 2023. That's up more than 1,300 compared to the year before. And over New Year's, from 6 Friday evening to 6 Monday morning, authorities say they pulled over 329 drivers statewide.
Well, what are your hopes for the new year? Our cameras stopped by the restaurant called The Local in downtown Minneapolis yesterday to see how people are feeling about 2024.
It's a good year for renewal, for restoration.
Felt real exuberant January 1st, and I made sure I hit the gym this morning. It was a good day.
I don't like to have resolutions. I feel like that sets me up to fail. So I do things I call the no plan plan.
This year, I'm hoping that I can find, a future wife. That's what I'm looking for this year, the missus.
Hey, there you go.
Looking for love, huh?
Out of the handful of people, you be careful with that wish.
What do you mean, Chris?
Out of the handful of people we spoke to, not one of them said they had a New Year's resolution. Fun fact.
Hey, if you're looking to get out and enjoy some fresh air this week, why not go gnome hunting with the family? Each week in January, a different New Year's gnome is going to be placed in one of the city's parks. Once a gnome is placed in a park, that gnome will remain there. On the 5th week in January, the gnomes will be placed together in one final location. The city will give out clues on social media to help find the gnomes each week on Tuesday, so watch for that first clue today. If you find a gnome, don't forget to snap a picture with it.
Oh, you don't take it?
St. Louis
You don't
Park, by
take
the
it.
way. Yeah.
What good is it?
I don't understand. I think it's like geocaching. You just kind of go out and have
Two things
fun.
I'll never do. Hunt for gnomes or geocaching.
Unless there's actual cash.
My mind was like, wait a minute, are there really 5 weeks in January? And then I had to look at my calendar. Yes, there are.
There are. Yeah, it's usually a
month.
long, very cold month. Normally the next 2 weeks are the coldest, and I don't see that for the next 7 to 10 days. It's not going to get really cold. In fact, we can look back. Normally we get our first zero here in the Twin Cities, again, on average, December 9th or before. We've certainly had them in late November, even early November, but this year we haven't had one yet. The latest we've gone into winter without a zero was just 5 years ago. It doesn't seem like it, but it was back in 2019. We had to wait till the 19th of this month of January to get to our first zero. The last one we had was back on February 24th. That's a long gap for us not to have any zero or colder weather. In fact, it'll be in the top 10 latest zero or below temperatures by the time we get one. Don't know where, but definitely top 10 of the latest zero temperature. I don't see any in sight. 25 in Plymouth. It's 26 in St. Paul. You ask why? That's why. It's mild, and it's going to get cooler this week. Temperatures will drop to the teens, but that's still going to be above the norm. Temperatures right now are where they should be at about 3 in the afternoon this time of year. We hit our daily high, and we're already there. 27 at International Falls is about 7 to 8 degrees above their normal for the afternoon. In the morning, it should be down close to 0, typically around International Falls. Some sun early this morning, then the clouds move in, and we start to see a little sun this afternoon, but more clouds and sun again today. Tomorrow, we're going to start out cloudy and then some sunny breaks later in the afternoon. As far as snow is concerned, there could be a flurry tonight, but it's not going to accumulate. 34, the high today, again, way above the normal. But look, something new and different. This is the outlook for January 8th through 14th. Looking to the middle of the month, looks like it will be getting a little colder than normal. We haven't seen that since, I think, May. So it's been a while since we had cooler than normal air. 34, a sunny start, then increasing clouds today. A few flurries tonight, but nothing causing any issues on the roads. Mild tomorrow. We're going to hold steady in the upper 20s as sunshine comes back. Thursday, mostly sunny, warmer on Friday. Now, the storm track for this weekend is well to the south. We're going to get grazed. We may see some minor accumulation, but don't look at this and think, oh man, it's going to snow. It's going to snow a little. It's not going to snow all day, but we do have some light snow periodically starting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But again, it does not at this point look like a major storm. We will keep track of it. Hannah's back. She has track of our traffic. Anything going on?
You know, Ken, I was checking cameras down in the South Metro, down in Burnsville. I like to check cameras around Buck Hill to see if they're making snow, if it's icy out there. I did see this incident off on the shoulder along 35 southbound near the Burnsville split at Crystal Lake Road. It's blocking the shoulder. It looks like a stalled vehicle's there. A tow truck's on the scene. No major impacts, though, to speeds along 35. We tend to see that heavier northbound traffic this time in the morning there in the distance, and no, again, major slowing to report because of this. Going out west, here's Highway 212 west of Wallace Road. Everything's looking clear. We are starting to see some of those heavier traffic volumes with a lot of people going back to work today. Here's the big map, though. I'm not seeing any major delays to report and no crashes to report as well as we end this 6 o'clock hour. Megan, over to you.
Anna, thank you. All right, coming up at 7 o'clock here this morning, Good Morning America, right here on Channel 5.
ABC's Samara Theodore's in New York with a look ahead for you.
Good morning, Chris and Megan. It's great to be with you both. Coming up, the story we're all tracking, a possible terror attack outside a crowded concert venue in New York. The investigation is underway, and we're there live this morning. Also, the latest on some breaking news overnight. A fiery collision on a tarmac when a passenger plane with 400 people on board goes up in flames after the big post-holiday travel rush. Plus, the new baby formula recall, as you've been reporting, what parents need to know. And the top dog is here live. AKC National Champion Comet is live in Times Square. Plus, we're helping you roar into 2024 with tips to declutter your home, refresh your cooking habits, and more. That's coming up right here on GMA.
Tonight at 10 on Nightcast.
We're telling stories that matter to Minnesotans. You're going to have some people shaking their fists saying, why isn't this guy, locked under the jail?
With more original reporting.
Tony is a shining example of what this program is all about.
Getting to the bottom of important stories.
I think people are becoming more aware of it.
By talking to real people.
I just think it's the best hospital in the world, and this is one of the many reasons why.
Want to see more? Scan the QR code for more in-depth reporting.
And join us tonight on Nightcast.
When was the last time you reviewed your business's cash management fees? Franzen offers all the cash management services your business needs at a very competitive price. Call Franzen today to see how much you could save.
Eureka! I've discovered a solar-powered machine that removes carbon from the Earth's atmosphere and transforms it into items humans use every day. This could be a big part of the climate change solution.
What is it?
It's a tree! I'm a genius.
We got the house! Did it! Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Need a new bathroom? Call Minnesota Rusco today and pay no interest and get 25% off your entire bathroom project. That's huge savings on your new bathroom.
Since 1955.
Your new year of savings is just getting started at the Furniture Mart. Visit your nearest location to explore a unique selection of brands, price points for every home budget, and the Midwest's largest selection of in-stock inventory. Follow the red tags in store to find the right brands, the right prices, all right now. Only at the Furniture Mart. The new year, tailored to you.
This is Julie. She's got extra time today because she's using Health Partners Time Savers. Julie scheduled her son's sports physical, checked in for her daughter's allergy appointment, and met with her OBGYN over video visit, all in just minutes. Now to fill the time, she's learned to tie-dye. Health Partners Time Savers, video visits, online scheduling, mobile check-in, and more. What would you do with more time?
Franzen Bank recognizes the impact small businesses have on communities. That's why Franzen is committed to helping them thrive. Start your next business adventure today. Go to franzenbank.com/SBA.
All right, it's 6:54. After their New Year's Eve loss to the Packers, the Vikings' chances to make the postseason are slim, but statistically, they've not been eliminated. Stay with us here. Here's the Vikings' path to the playoffs.
Okay.
They need to beat Detroit,
Okay.
Chicago to beat Green Bay, Arizona to beat Seattle, then Tampa Bay or New Orleans has to lose.
Oh, geez.
Right? So, I mean,
there's a chance.
Could happen. Those would all be upsets. Vegas odds equate to about a 2% chance. If you do bet $10 on all this and it happens, you'd win around $450.
But we're not encouraging betting.
Which theoretically could be enough for a plane ticket to the Vikings playoff game. Theoretically. Depending on what airline you're flying. And I don't know if that's actually real either.
Can't guarantee you tickets into the game, though, for that.
Wild goalie, no. Philip Gustafson was placed on injured reserve yesterday, meaning that he is out at least a week or likely more. And no official update on Kirill Kaprizov, who left Saturday's game after a series of uncalled cross-checks. The Athletic reports he's likely out 1 or 2 weeks.
North Memorial is celebrating the first baby born at the hospital in the new year. Here's mom and dad, Dow and Tao, welcoming baby boy. He was born just 20 minutes into the new year, early yesterday morning, and weighed in at 7 pounds, 6 ounces. A little while later, at 1:38 a.m., Isabella was born at M Health Fairview St. John's Hospital in Maplewood. This is the first child for parents Nicholas and Miranda. And Hennepin Healthcare welcomed its first baby of 2024 a few hours later. Leslie was born to Ingrid and Walter at 3:42 yesterday morning at the birth center in Minneapolis. Congrats to all of these families. All right, a live look outside here at 6:55 from our St. Paul Sky Cam. Ken's 7-day forecast is coming up next.
And what we know is police are investigating a crime scene in St. Paul this morning. Today's top stories and weather and traffic updates next for you here on 5 Eyewitness News.
What happened?
Found someone dead.
What?
Only Murders in the Building is now on ABC.
I think we could solve this case.
For an exclusive winter event. I'm so on board with this. Only Murders in the Building, tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Ray Welter Heating has been around for 116 years and 4 generations of the Welter family. Whether it's installation or repair, you can count on us to get the job done right, just as we have for generations. For a free home estimate, give us a call at Ray Welter Heating.
Hey, it's Brian Oak here from Mill City Sound in Hopkins, and I'm here to talk about a very delicate subject, vinyl hoarding. Now, you might not realize it, but those records you've been hiding away could be worth real money. So bring in that stash of vinyl and we'll pay you top dollar for really good quality records. That's right, we make selling your records easy, and we even make house calls for those larger collections. So call or visit our website today. You will not be disappointed.
Rusco Kitchen Remodelers now has one of the best offers ever. Interest-free financing and 25% off your entire project. Make your appointment today and get a free $50 home goods gift card. It's our way of saying, thanks, Minnesota.
They're my whole world. That's why Entira Family Clinics is the best choice for my family's medical needs. They were the best choice for my pregnancy. They're the best choice for my growing family. And they've been my parents' choice for years. Choose the best. Choose Entira Family Clinics.
At Terzich and Ort Family Law, we know there is nothing more important than your family. And while divorce is hard on everyone, our team of super lawyers is here to help you through it.
If you're a quality parent who wants to protect your rights as a parent, regardless of gender or role, this team can do wonders for your case.
I went from feeling helpless about even having a relationship with my kids to having joint custody and equal parenting time.
When you're ready, visit our team at tolawoffice.com.
Hi, Twin Cities. Seems like whatever you buy, prices are going up, and your dollar just doesn't go as far as yesterday. That is, unless you get yesterday's prices. For a limited time, Builders and Remodelers Last Chance Savings Event means you save 24% off last year's price for any window, siding, or doors project. And to add to the savings, you can get 36 months no-interest financing, too. Proudly serving the Twin Cities for over 72 years. Go to buildersandremodelers.com for details. Nobody does it better.
In Ray Welter's 116-year history, I would estimate we've installed over 110,000 units. When it's time to repair or replace your heating or cooling, I'd recommend getting at least 2 estimates. Make sure Welter Heating is one of them. Air condition your shelter with Ray on Welter.
Are you in pain? My dad tries to get everyone in the same day they call, even new patients.
Tracking your morning headlines, police are investigating a crime scene in St. Paul this morning. Our 5 Eyewitness News